Good morning. Good morning. My name is Brian Caswell. I'm the music director here at New Thought Unity Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. And yeah, you might be having a bad day, but just remember you're probably just, in the grand scheme of things, a lucky so-and-so. When I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a hearty hello. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree all sound so good to me. They sing wherever I go. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I must admit I'm slipping, but that don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream that's pippin', and when the day is through, each night I hurry to a place where love waits, I know. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I must admit I'm slipping, but that don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream that's pippin', and when the day is through, each night I hurry to a place where love waits, I know. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Angel's Wings. February is Heart Month throughout the shop. All slacks, trousers, and shirts marked with a red heart. On the tag are buy one, get one. All hats and scarves, buy one, get one. Equal or lesser value item free. Understand, it's free. It's not buy one, get one 50%. It's not Kohl's. It's Angel's Wings. And buy one, get one free. Just take it out the door. Mix or match your favorites? Why not? Angel's Wings is open today from noon until 3 p.m. Stop in to update your collection.
We finally got him to sing.
Yeah. Go, Brian.
And the Galleria of Grace gift shop is open today. Be sure to stop in and see Tina after service. Browse the unusual handmade jewelry, gifts, cards, and of course, books galore.
I got this one again. GoFundMe fundraiser for the purchase of a new elevator. Kim Belew has organized this fundraiser to be used for the purchase of a new elevator for our center. Donations can be made by going directly to GoFundMe using the link provided in the email blast and on our website. Our goal is $2,500, and we have 25,000, and we have 4,200. So lift me up.
Annual statements are available for pickup at the table in the back of the sanctuary. So don't forget to pick those up for your taxes.
Crossport meets Monday, February 12th at 7:30 p.m. Join your, Cross Point? Port, yes, okay, I'm sorry, misprint here. Join your Crossport friends in Friendship Hall or via Zoom. See the email blast or website for Zoom link. Contact Loren Watson or the Center for more information.
And of course, Miracles next class is Tuesday, February 13th at 6:30 p.m. in person at NTUC. It's facilitated by Susan Bartels, and there is a $5 love offering suggested.
The Circle of Light Spirituality Soul Study, the next class is February the 14th, which is Wednesday, which is Valentine's Day. So don't forget your sweetie. At 6:30 p.m. in Friendship Hall and via Zoom, $5 love offering is suggested or recommended. This group is co-facilitated by David McClanahan and Barb Meyer.
There's a one-day spiritual retreat that is coming up on March 2nd from 10 o'clock until 4 p.m. It's here at the center. It is a day of mindfulness and celebration. This one-day spiritual retreat is designed to deepen your spiritual practice. $30 love offering is recommended. It is also co-facilitated by David McClanahan and Barb Meyer. Sign-up sheets are in the sanctuary and Friendship Hall, or call the center at
513-961-2527
to reserve your spot.
Annual meeting. Save the date for NTUC's annual meeting on March 10th, 2024, following service in Friendship Hall. Please make plans to attend this meeting.
And what is not on our regular list was that we just were informed that Bob Arlinghouse, who had been a longtime member of New Thought, is currently in hospice. So keep him and his family in your prayers if you would. Did you have one announcement you wanted to make?
Do have an announcement I want to make. And my announcement is that there is a new member class that will be happening beginning March 3rd. So anyone who has been inquiring about becoming a new member, Regina Steinley is going to have a new member class starting March 3rd. And we will create a sign-up sheet, but you can call the center between now and next Sunday if you want to sign up for that class.
Thanks.
Join us in Friendship Hall after the service for coffee, tea, and light snacks. And for all events, see the website, email blast, or Facebook for further in-depth details. And those are announcements for this Sunday.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sing along.
I'd have her in the morning, I'd have her in the evening, all over this land. I'd have her out danger, I'd have her out warning, I'd have her out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Ooh, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warnings, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Ooh, well, I've got a ham and I've got a bell. all over this land. It's a hammer of justice. It's a bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Yeah. Well, good morning. It's so good to see so many of you. It's good to be back from Florida. Have you guys had fun without me? I hope so. I sure hope you have. It's so good to see so many faces that I see every week and to see some I haven't seen in a long time, some people that are returning. We're so grateful that you're here. Let's start with a weekly affirmation. I'll say it once and then invite you to affirm it with me. I am love in action. Will you affirm that with me? I am love in action. Let's take that into a moment of prayer. Sweet Spirit, we go within. We breathe into our heart space, into that space, the Christ presence within each of us. It's within every single person. And so we breathe into that place and remember that all that resides there is love. And now we want to access that love. We take it within for love for ourselves, love for everyone in this room, in our city, in our world. And so we breathe into this place, and with every movement and action, we move with love. We co-create with that Christ presence. And I am so grateful that at any time that I forget about that love, I can return to it, and it's right there. And so for this knowledge, I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. Amen. All right. And now we're going to say our prayer for protection. Together. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yeah, and now we can stand and join in our congregational together. Love can. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Tell every child, woman and man, only love can. Only love can. Hate cannot drive out hate. Tell every child, woman and man, only love can. Only love can. Only love can. Love can. We must be the change we wish to see in the world. Take a stand, take my hand, show that love can. We must be the change we wish to see in the world. Take a stand, take my hand, show that love can. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Tell every child, woman and man, only love can. Only love can. Only love can. Love can. Hate cannot drive out hate. Tell every child, woman and man, only love can. Only love can. Only love can. Love can. We must be the change we wish to see in the world. Take a stand, take my hand, show that love can. We must be the change we wish to see take that love and meet and greet one another with a handshake, a hug, or a namaste.
And if you're watching online, let us know who you are and where you're watching from. We'll say hello to you later in the service. I don't think so.
You know what? That's where it should be.
You know what grade makes you look totally different. Yeah, it is.
Probably watch the Super Bowl. I've been reading a new book, Carl Hyacin. It's kind of like Kurt Vonnegut, man. It's really funny. One of the few books I laugh out loud. Most of the shit's about Florida, Florida, and all the weird shit goes on. What are you gonna do, Greg?
I worked till midnight.
Okay.
I got home,
Put
beer,
men in it.
watched some
Can I
TV.
ride with somebody? Somebody come back this way? Oh, down here. Yeah. Right. Okay. I was thinking about Parkside.
No, I'm thinking of salsa. Don Aaron made this salsa one time with Minnie. It was really good.
Is that coming through? I mean, do you feel like, can you hear yourself today?
You're starting to leave.
Sound wise?
You're starting to argue. Ready?
Sure. Girl.
A good vibration, healing and transformation all through this congregation. Must be unity. The experience is our mission. Universal wholeness is our vision. I am who I am. It's my decision. Must be, must be, must be. Thank you. We can continue all this fellowship after service down in Friendship Hall, but for now, if you would have a seat and say with me our mission and vision statements. Our mission statement is, in God, we are an inclusive, abundant community, experiencing love, transforming lives, and serving others. And our vision statement is, we celebrate a world of harmony and oneness, a place of loving stewardship, sacred connections, and pure joy, where all are welcome with honor and respect. And what we'd like you to know more than anything else is that wherever you are on your spiritual path, wherever you have been, whatever you look like, whoever you love or however you identify, you are welcome here, and we are grateful that you've chosen to be with us this morning. If this is your first time at New Thought Unity Center, there is a newcomers table in the back corner, and on it there are packets of information. Tell you a little bit about the center, and after the service, Regina will be back there, and she can answer any questions that you may have. So again, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Now it's time to settle in for meditation. I am a gift.
No matter what age, no matter how I look, there's beauty in each stage. I am a gift, and I promise every day. When I look in the mirror, I'll say, I am a gift. I am a gift. I've loved really well, and every year I've lived has a different tale to tell. I've made mistakes, have some regrets, but I promise I'll never forget. I am a gift. I am a gift. There may be times when I forget the truth about me, when it seems time and youth are just marching on without me. That's when I might need you to find me and ever so gently remind me that I am a gift, a precious child. I'm put here on this earth, but only for a while. So I make this vow, and I say it with love. I am perfect and whole, and you know I am a gift. I am a gift.
You are a gift. Breathe that in. Maybe you've never heard it before, or you're going through something right now that has you questioning that. So I want you to invite you to just breathe in and speak those words to yourself internally. I am a gift. Take it into your heart space. At Unity, we meditate to remember to slow down, to connect to that consciousness within that Jesus connected to, that Christ consciousness available to us all. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes, or otherwise divert your gaze. Feel yourself supported by whatever you are sitting on. Every part of you is a gift. Yes, you. No matter your sexuality, no matter the color of your skin, no matter how you identify, no matter what you've done, you are a gift. So I invite you now to bring to mind any part of you or your life that you have a hard time feeling is a gift. And as you do, simply say to those parts of you in your life, you are a gift. When we can love the parts of ourselves and lives that we've decided are unworthy, we can then love others exactly as they are too. So as you rest in the silence, visualize these parts of yourself now and just send love to them. And as you return to this space, I just invite you to bring with you the reminder that you are a gift. Every part of you, every part of your life. And just feel that in your heart as you come back into this present moment, and feel it for everyone in this room.
There may be times when I forget the truth about me, when it seems time and you are just marching on without me. That's when I might need you to find me, and ever so gently remind me that I am a gift, a precious child. I'm put here on this earth, but only for a while. So I make this vow, and I say it with love. I am perfect and whole and enough. I am a gift. I am a gift. I am a gift. I once heard a powerful story about a man who lived in his truth, with such conviction in who he was, he would not be moved. Someone stepped out of a crowd and said, "Are you Martin Luther King?" He said, "Yes, I am," and the well-dressed man spit on him. Then King took out his handkerchief and wiped the spit from his suit. He gave it back to the man and said, "I believe this belongs to you. I will lift you up and do what I can do. I see your heart, I know your pain. I have been there too. I will hold you high while you do what you have to do. I am clear who is standing here. I believe this belongs to you." I once had a powerful story I used to carry around. Thought it was you all this time, held my spirit down. But now I know the truth of who I came here to be. You are my angel in disguise, not my enemy. So I thank you for the part you played in this dance we had to do. I give you back your own true love. I believe it belongs to you. I will lift you up and do what I can do. I see have been there too. I will hold you high while you do what you have to do. I give you back your freedom now. I believe it belongs to you. I will lift you up and do what I can do. I see your heart, I know your pain. I have been there too. I will hold you high while you do what you have to do. Give you back your own true love. I believe this belongs to you. I am clear as we're standing here. I believe this belongs to you. Amen. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to all the musicians out there, Allison, Jenny, Brian, thank you. Imagine in that song you heard the line where it said, someone spit on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he took out his handkerchief and he handed it back and said, I believe this belongs to you. It's a true story. Really did happen. And I try to imagine if that happened to me, how would I react? I'm just going to tell you, I don't know if I'd be that kind. I want to believe that I would. I want to believe that I would have that kind of reaction. Yet I'm not sure. It's why I practice all the time, meditating, being aware of myself, going within, being honest, so that I can change the way that I react. What Dr. King teaches me constantly when I watch videos and read his words is how to show up in the face of so much crisis and trauma that is blatant. People throwing rocks through his window, threatening his family, burning things on his lawn. And yet, what did he tell us to do? Show up with love. Be the love. He said this, returning violence for violence multiplies violence, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. How easy is it to love in the face of so much chaos, in the face of pain, in the face of news that tells us we should divide? How easy is it to show up there with love? It's a whole lot easier to get caught up in fear, isn't it? And yet what I want to talk to you about, can we have the next slide, please? Martin Luther King said, nonviolence means avoiding not only external physical violence, but also internal violence of the spirit. You not only refuse to shoot a man, but you refuse to hate him. So I want to take this a little step further. Because nonviolence, who's done nonviolent communication or done any of that here? And so if you've done any nonviolent communication work, what is one of the things that it says that we need to do? We need to be aware of our thoughts, the violent thoughts, right? And so it's so funny when I have a talk and I get downloads. I'll call them downloads. I just pick a talk title, and I didn't even think about the fact that Valentine's Day was this week when I picked something based on love. That's just how Spirit works with me. So that was the first thing. And then the other thing, I picked a talk, and I'm going to talk about how to move from violent internal thoughts to peaceful thoughts. And I get lots of opportunities to experience my own internal thoughts. And so here's one of the ways you might not think about. that are violent internal thoughts, and it's where this all starts. I know it might not seem relevant to the big things happening in the world, but those big things in the world happen because these little thoughts inside have started. And so my invitation to you is to get really honest about what your thoughts are, and it's what I'm doing. And so yesterday I'm driving in traffic, a great place for me to notice my thoughts. And the violent ones I have. And I'm going to admit, you're going to hear a lot of admitting from Kim today. So I'm going to admit something. I was driving yesterday, and there was this truck, a great big pickup truck, and it has those things hanging off the back that I don't like. I don't even want to talk about them. And the wheels that kind of went into my lane, you know, and this guy like kind of comes into my lane, and that scared me. So, of course, now I'm on alert. I'm afraid. And then he gets in front of me, and he's kind of tapping on his brakes. And so in my mind, not only am I angry, I'm having angry thoughts at this driver, I'm now making a judgment about who he is and what kind of person he is, that he could act like this. Anybody else do this? Okay, so when this happens, that can build. And so what I did, I generalized that he must be a certain type of white man that doesn't like people who are queer. Do you see how this can spiral in your own thoughts? Now, because of the practices that I do, that didn't last for very long. It started, and then I was like, I laughed at myself for the fact that I was even thinking it, and that I'm giving this talk today, and I'm like behind this person having these thoughts. But can you see, I'm just inviting you to notice how your own inner thoughts can start right there, and how violence can happen based off of that. How we think that destroying that other person is going to bring us peace, right? Or maybe I can just incite people to get on the team with me of hating that person. Yeah, I do that a lot. That's why my talk is moving from inciting to being insightful. Because oftentimes, when we're feeling that hurt and that anger, we want to get people on board with us, right? I need you to hate those people with me. But let's take it a little further, because for me, all of that starts within and how I feel about myself. It all starts with how you feel about yourself. How much do you love yourself? What parts of you in your life don't you love? How much anger and hurt do you have that you're not dealing with? Because Brene Brown says this about anger and frustration. It's deep grief. Deep grief. So I want you to think about something that's happening in the world today that is really hard for you. Think about all those people that are doing things that you're watching, and you're saying, how can they do that? And you're feeling angry towards them, right? How much grief must they be feeling? And yet I can't do anything about their grief. I can only do it about my own. I can only take care of myself and learn how to show up differently, react differently to that person in traffic, change my thought pattern. But it had to start within me. And I had so much anger and so much deep pain and grief from my childhood. Many of you know about my childhood, right? I was trafficked as a child. And so when I left that situation when I was 17, 18 years old. I got married. And so at 20, my perpetrator was in a car accident and was in a coma in a nursing home. And I'm telling you this story because it's about how deep grief made me react in a violent way. And so this is a really vulnerable share. And so he was in a coma in a nursing home. My mom was killed in that same car accident. I was very angry, very, very angry. And so I decided I would go every day to the nursing home and sit with him in anger, in fury. I wanted him to wake up and tell me something. Can you see? I want you to bring to mind something in your own life, a person, place, or thing that might make you feel these same things, these depths. And so because of the deep anger that I didn't know was grief, I decided one day I was going to go and kill him. I was going to pull the plug. I was going to put a pillow over his face. I thought that somehow this would bring me peace. And so I did. I went to that nursing home at 20 years old with the intention of putting a pillow over his face. Now, how different would my life be if I'd have gone through with that? Would I have had more peace? Or would I had a lot less? And yet, I truly believed that that was the answer at that time. It's as honest as I can be about it because I didn't know how to get from that place, that feeling of anger, to where I am now. And so I want to finish telling you this story because an act of grace happened. I raised the pillow. I watched him. I looked at him. My anger rose. I was so furious. The fury about what happened to me is okay. It's justified. But being violent towards another person because of that is not. Being violent towards myself because of it is not. And so I lifted the pillow in fury. I was raising it to put it over his face, and his eyes were open, even though he was considered to be a vegetable. And for a moment, I caught a glimpse of his eye, and all he looked to me like was a little baby, an innocent baby. And all I could see was that inner child, and all I could see was the love. And that was the grace. I dropped the pillow, I ran from that room, and he passed on his own naturally within a couple weeks. That's not everybody's story. Some people actually go on and do those things because they think it's going to make them feel better. It's going to bring them peace. I thought it was going to bring me peace. I'm so grateful for the grace. And yet that story isn't told just to talk about me. It's about inviting you to recognize your inner thoughts, your inner violent thoughts. Is there a person, place, thing, or situation, including yourself, in your life right now that you're having a hard time loving, that you might be having violent thoughts? And a violent thought is this: I don't really like that about me. I have a thing where I'll look in the mirror and I'll pick, if I'm having a bad day, I'll really pick my teeth apart. But what are the things for you? And can you begin to notice those violent thoughts? Are there violent thoughts towards a race of people? Based on what? Because my childhood made me feel a whole lot of things about men. And I had to do a whole lot of healing. And I love so many amazing men in my life now because I've done that healing. And that healing consists of a meditation practice, having community of people that can support you, and being honest with yourself when you go within. If you haven't studied nonviolent communication, I invite you to do that. I encourage you to do that. I think it's so important to recognize that you can get from the place of holding a pillow over someone's face, whether it's internal in your mind or physical, thinking that destroying them will make you feel better, to being able to look at what's going on in the world, to look at that same person and say, I see your heart. I see your pain. I will lift you up. Yeah, I'll do all that I can do. So instead of inciting us and them, even if you're so hurt, I understand how the black community can feel so hurt by white people. Can you understand that? I can understand that pain. I haven't lived it, but I can understand that there is so much pain there. And my invitation is for all of us to look at each other like I looked at my stepdad that day and see the child, the love, the heart. Whatever you're holding, inciting violence, inciting division is not the answer. But inciting meditation, inciting love, taking that within, now that's something I can get down with, because it brought me from standing in that nursing home at 20 years old to being right here. The practices that I learned when I walked through these doors at 22 years ago, that I continue to practice. There's no end to it. That's the bad news. The good news is it gets easier and easier. And because it's a muscle memory habit, when I was driving in traffic yesterday, I didn't chase that guy down. I didn't let it wind me up for longer than about 10 minutes. And then I moved on and could laugh at myself. It's a process. And we're all here together, I feel, for the similar reason that we want to show up and be a force in the world that Dr. King and Gandhi shared with us. They showed us the way, that Jesus showed us the way. Who's ready to do the greater things that Jesus told us that we could do? I'm ready. I can do the greater things. I'm ready. Martin Luther King showed us how. Gandhi showed us how. I invite you to step into your inner Gandhi, your inner Jesus, your inner Martin Luther King Jr., and be that change. I see you. So love yourself a little more. Be aware of your thoughts. And let's connect together as a community. And we're going to create a force in the world that will be only love. I am so grateful, and I want to leave you with something. It's a little video of, it's a 3-year-old girl who, it's a Maya Angelou poem called Dear Black Child. And she just does such an amazing job of doing this at 3 years old, of reciting it with so much passion. So I just want you to think about those parts of yourself in your life, or a person, place, or thing that may have come to mind for you. And with this much passion, send love to those. I want you to talk to your inner person, to any person in your life. That's your story. Have that passion. She should be up here giving the service today. Isn't that cute? I love that. I am so grateful. I invite you to notice your inner thoughts and to bring a little more love to yourself, and then ultimately it comes to everyone around you. Thank you. I see you. I bless you. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And in celebrating Black History Month, we are honoring Bill Withers today. So, Bill Withers grew up in Slab Fork, West Virginia, where he spent much of his childhood listening to gospel music in church. His parents divorced when he was 3 years old, which made it difficult for him in childhood. He worked at Boeing Aircraft while playing local clubs at night and for Sussex Records. The success of his first album, came quickly due to its powerful lyrics about faith, love, and loss, coupled with soulful melodies inspired by gospel roots. Ain't No Sunshine, Grandma's Hands, and Lean on Me are still popular today and have become staples of American Black music history. Bill Withers has been acknowledged as both a musical genius and a humanitarian. His songs speak to the human condition while addressing important social issues such as AIDS, drug addiction, poverty, and discrimination. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2015 for his lasting influence on popular music. He is an essential part of black music. Born July 4th, 1938, and he passed March 20th, 2020. This is Bill Withers. In honor of Bill, we're going to sing one of his songs.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Here we go. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
There is a love that you have to bear, that you can't carry.
I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me.
When you need a friend,
Call me.
I'll be there to dig
Call
in.
me.
Anytime, any place.
Call me.
Call on me now.
Call me.
On your sister and your brother,
Call me.
your father or your mother.
Call me.
Call on me now.
Call me.
Call me. It's that time in our service where we bless our tithes and our offerings. So if you'll take them into your hands, and we'll say our offertory blessing together as our ushers come forward. And our offertory statement is, divine love moving in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive. And if you're a consistent giver, we ask that you place your consistent giving card in the basket. Also, there's a credit card machine in the back. If you'd like to use our credit card machine, we have a QR code on the board in the back of the pews if you'd like to give that way. And it does work. We checked it out a couple of times today also. Or you can go to ntuni.org and hit the donate button on the home page. Many ways to give, and we look forward to receiving your prosperity for New Thought Unity Center, and we even take snail mail, so every opportunity. Alice? Well, you want me to do it now? Oh, okay. Our chaplains today are myself and Loren, and we host sacred space before, during, and after service. And there are also chaplains at home that hold sacred space also. So if you're needing a prayer support, we are here to support you. So feel free to ask a chaplain for prayer today.
We have a whole bunch of folks online today who have said hello. Some probably haven't said hello, but this is who we've got. Susan Lowe Thomas says hi from Covington. Maria Sulcer is sending hugs from Deer Park. James McLean says good morning from Kennedy Heights. Sandy Allen is one of our prayer chaplains, sends love and hugs from Roselawn. Teresa and Joe, good to hear you, Kim, from Rockford, Illinois. Tom Hale says greetings from Hamilton. Cheryl Ann says good morning from Pleasant Ridge. Penryn Craig says good morning from Sanibel Island, Florida. I guess it's warm down there. And Barb and Lee are sending love from sunny Delray, Florida. Serenity Overstreet and Alice Frazier both say good morning, y'all.
So grateful for everyone that's online and in our space. And so let's take a moment and go within as we bless these gifts. And we say, Sweet Spirit, we are so grateful for the abundance that flows to New Thought Unity Center, the abundance of people who are here, community that is growing and expanding, that includes young people, people of all kinds of backgrounds. We are grateful. And we are grateful for these gifts that help make that possible. That help make it possible to be a part of a community where we can support and love each other from within these walls to outside of them. We are so grateful. And so we say thank you. And so it is. Amen.
So we also want to say thank you to all the folks that helped put this service together. Thank you to Kim, as always. Thanks to the folks in the booth, Terry and Barb and Sky, making us seen and heard. Thanks to Joyce for her photography. Thanks to the wonderful band, Brian and
Hey,
Peg
Brian.
and Randy and Michael and my fellow songstresses, Jenny and Althea.
And of course, Alice. Now let's stand and make, oh no,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We're
Okay,
going to stand
and
and,
make the
oh, you
prayers.
want to announce that about David Allen Brown?
Yes.
Well, you can be circling up while we announce it.
Yes.
You
So
want to
next
stand
week,
and find a hand.
next week we have David Allen Brown speaking, and after the service, you are all invited to stay and be with David in conversation. During this time, David will further develop ideas relating to his message, and most importantly, facilitate conversations with thoughts, insights, successes, and struggles that you bring. So we look forward to David next
Yes,
week.
David Allen Brown next week and a conversation afterwards. Oh, I know y'all can spread out and make a circle today.
Yes, we got a
Oh,
circle
yeah.
today.
There's no doubts about it.
Come on. Come on this
I know you like each other and you like to be close. This time we're asking you to spread out. Oh, yeah, you got it. All right. And together we know the prayer of alignment, which is prayer of alignment. We are light.
We illuminate the world. We are love. We love unconditionally. We are power. We are the divine in action. We are presence. We are awake to our divine identity. God is, I am, we are, and all is well. Let there be peace on earth with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my song of love. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
Amen.
Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need